They laughed when I checked my balance at dinner, passing jokes about how I always ordered the cheapest thing. No one noticed I didn't argue back because I knew the next voice they'd hear wouldn't be mine. My name is Ethan Cole. I'm the youngest in my family, and for most of my life, they believed I was the broke one, the disappointment who never quite made it. Family dinners were never about food in our house. They were about comparisons. Who bought a new car? Who got promoted? Who moved into a better neighborhood? And almost every time, I was the example of what not to become. That night was no different. We were sitting at a long table in an upscale restaurant my older brother insisted on choosing. Expensive lighting. Loud confidence. The kind of place where menus don't show prices, just assumptions. My sister talked about her vacation home. My cousin bragged about closing the deal. My father nodded proudly at everyone except me. When the waiter came, I ordered last. I picked the cheapest entree without thinking. Not because I couldn't afford more, but because I didn't want attention, too late. My brother smirked. Still budgeting. How? My sister laughed. Some habits never change. Someone asked, so, what are you even doing these days, Ethan? That question always came with a pause, like they already knew the answer. I said calmly, I'm working. Building things. They exchanged looks. My father leaned back and said it out loud, the sentence he'd been saving all night. You know, money management matters. Not everyone can afford to coast through life. That word "to coast" hit harder than they expected. I felt it in my chest. Years of being the quiet one. The invisible one. The one they stopped expecting anything from. I didn't defend myself. I didn't explain. I just nodded. Then the check arrived. My brother grabbed it confidently. I'll handle this, he said, loud enough for the table to hear. The waiter returned a moment later. There seems to be an issue with the card. Silence. My brother laughed nervously and tried another. Declined. Someone joked, guess we're all broke tonight. That's when my father turned to me. Ethan, can you cover your portion at least? I reached into my jacket slowly and handed the waiter a simple card. No logo. No flash. Please, I said quietly. The waiter nodded and walked away. That should have been the end of it. It wasn't. A few minutes later, the restaurant manager approached our table followed by a man in a tailored suit I immediately recognized. The bank manager. My bank manager. He smiled warmly and said my name clearly. Cole, it's good to see you again. Every head at the table turned. He continued, not loudly, but confidently. I just wanted to personally apologize for the inconvenience earlier. We've already corrected the issue on your account. My father frowned. Inconvenience? The manager glanced at him politely. There was a temporary security hold, given the account size. Our system flags unusual transactions. Account size. That phrase landed like a dropped glass. My sister blinked. Account size. The manager smiled again. Yes, Dotmer. Cole is one of our private clients. We manage multiple business and investment accounts for him. No one laughed now. My brother stared at the table. My father didn't speak. The manager added one final sentence, not for drama, just truth. And congratulations again on the acquisition. That was impressive. He nodded to me and walked away. The table felt smaller. My father finally looked at me, really looked. When were you going to tell us? I met his eyes calmly. When someone asked without mocking. No anger. No satisfaction. Just honesty. The rest of the meal passed quietly. No jokes. No advice. No comparisons. When we stood to leave, my brother didn't reach for the check. Outside, my father walked beside me. I didn't know, he said softly. I know, I replied. And for the first time in my life, that was enough, because being underestimated didn't break me, it protected me. And sometimes, the loudest moment of respect comes when someone else finally speaks your name.